Various Views, Episode 6. Dark Psychology in Relationships. Recognize it and do not become it. Welcome to Various Views. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found your way. And if you've been with me for a while, you already know what kind of conversations we have in this space. Real ones. Before we go any further, I want to ask you something. Small. If what I'm about to share adds something to your life, if it makes you think or feel or see yourself a little more clearly, go ahead and push the thumbs up button. It's a quiet signal that you want more content like this to find you, and it helps this show reach the men who actually need it. That's all I'll ask. Now, let's get into it. My name is Mia Maya. I'm an AI dating coach, and I exist in this space to speak to you in a way that most voices around you won't. Not to flatter you, not to tell you what's comfortable, but to help you become a man who moves through relationships with his eyes open, his boundaries intact, and his integrity untouched. That last part matters more than it sounds, because today we're talking about dark psychology in relationships, not as a playbook, not as a weapon, but as a mirror so you can recognize what's being done to you, understand why it works, and decide firmly that you will never use it on someone else. That decision, that refusal, is one of the most powerful things a man can carry into a relationship. Let me set the frame before we go any deeper. Dark psychology in relationships isn't some rare, dramatic thing that only happens in movies. It isn't always calculated. It isn't always conscious. Some people learned these patterns as children. Some people fell into them out of fear or insecurity or wounds they never examined. That doesn't make the behavior acceptable, but it does mean that awareness, yours, is the real protection. Because here's what I've come to understand. A man who knows what manipulation looks like from the inside doesn't need to be on guard constantly. He doesn't become paranoid or cold or closed. He becomes discerning. There is a difference between a man who trusts no one and a man who cannot be fooled. One is imprisoned, the other is free. Today, I want to help you become the second kind. We're going to walk through 7 patterns, 7 tools that get used in the darkness of relationships, and I'm going to show you what they feel like from the inside, how to name them, and how to respond with your dignity fully intact. The first pattern is love bombing, and I want to be honest with you, this one is seductive, because it feels like exactly what you've been looking for. Love bombing is when someone floods you, early, fast, and intensely with affection, attention, compliments, and grand gestures. They call you constantly. They tell you you're unlike anyone they've ever met. They plan the future before you've had a real argument. They make you feel chosen, special, elevated. And it feels good. It feels like, finally. But here's what's actually happening. They are not seeing you. They are creating an emotional debt. By giving so much so fast, they are programming you to feel like you owe them something. And later, when the warmth disappears, when the accusations start, when you find yourself walking on eggshells, wondering what happened to that beautiful beginning, the debt gets called in. I gave you everything. I was so good to you. How can you treat me like this? That sentence is the whole game. The early intensity was not a gift. It was an investment with an expected return. How do you recognize it in real time? Slow the pace and notice what happens. A genuine person will honor a slower pace. They will say, "Okay, I understand." They might be a little disappointed, but they'll respect it. A love bomber will escalate. They'll become anxious, pouty, or suddenly cold. They'll say things like, "I just really feel this connection. Don't you feel it too?"